Let's make 3D shapes. First, take your paper and fold it in half. There we go. And then fold it in half again. This way we'll have 4 little sections on our paper. We're gonna start over here. I'm gonna use a Sharpie. I want you guys to use a pencil so you can erase any mistakes. And over here, guys, let's start by making a sphere. If you wanna write the word S-P-H-E-R-E. To make a sphere, we start by drawing a circle. It does not need to be a perfect circle. And we wanna use curved lines to make it look 3D. So let's make ours kind of like a beach ball. On the top here, do a curved line like a smiley face. Now over on one side, you're gonna curve it in the same direction as that side of the ball, like this. But if we go over to the other side, we're gonna curve it the other direction. Now it kind of looks like a beach ball. And this square will make a cone, C-O-N-E. Now, I'm gonna use a pencil to show you a way we can make a cone where we start with a line that we're gonna later erase. We're gonna erase this line, so definitely use a pencil. I'm drawing a letter T. And now up here around the top, I'm gonna make an oval that goes around that hat to the letter T. So circle that hat to the letter T. Down here, this line at the end, we wanna draw a line that goes from the very tip of our oval all the way to the end of that line at the bottom of the T. I'm gonna go to this side and draw a line down to here. Then you can outline it in a marker, like this, and erase that pencil on the inside. So now what you have looks like a cone. You could also do an upside down letter T like this. Again, that foot of the T now, rather than a hat, we make an oval around it. And we're gonna draw a line that comes from the end of this line here to the very edge of our oval. And then we can erase that T. If I wanted to turn this into something, I think this looks like a hat now. Looks like a little elf hat, but I could turn it into a party hat. Do some little polka dots on it. Look at that. If I wanted this to look like an ice cream cone, I could make lines that go diagonal, slanted one direction, and then turn and slant it the other direction. Now I got a waffle cone. Okay, now let's do a cylinder. C-Y-L-I-N-D-E-R. I wanna do a similar thing with this letter T, except I'm gonna make a letter I. So I make a capital letter I. Now I'm going to make that oval around the top. Then I wanna draw a line that goes down to this edge here like this, from the oval to that bottom horizontal line. And then under here, let's make a curved happy face line. And then we erase that letter T, or I guess it's a letter I now. And we've got a cylinder. Looks like a glass, doesn't it? I could put like another little cylinder that goes into it like a straw. Maybe some liquid. And there we go. All right, next up, a pyramid. P-Y-R-A-M-I-D. So far, we've done lots of round shapes. This one is gonna have straight edges. We're gonna draw a triangle. One way to draw a triangle is to make a horizontal line, find the middle and come up a little bit and make a dot. And now let's draw a line from the dot to the very edge of that line. And now we have a triangle. Now what we're gonna do is make a diagonal line. Remember, diagonal lines are slanted. Just a short one that's gonna come from this corner and go up and out just a little bit. And then from the end of this line, I'm gonna go to the top of my triangle. And there's my pyramid. We could turn this into a tent. I'm gonna put the little post in the ground that hold the tent down and maybe make a little flap here like this so it's open. There's my tent. All right, kiddos, we're gonna move to the back of our paper. And on the back, we're gonna draw cubes, different types of cubes, C-U-B-E. I'm gonna show you 3 different ways to draw a cube. The first way, we're gonna start by making a square. Actually, I changed my mind. Let's make some dots. I'm gonna make a dot here, go across to there, like that. See these 2 dots? Now I wanna find the middle, the space in between those 2, come up a little bit, and then go down a little bit. And I'm going to connect the dots. It's going to look like a diamond. This is the top of our cube. When things are going away from us, you've got those diagonal lines I talked about, those slanted lines. From this bottom dot in the middle, let's make a long line. Okay, here's the tricky part, listen up. Over here on the side, we're gonna make another line that goes down, but it's gonna stop about halfway. It's not gonna go as long as that line. See, it stopped halfway. And do that on the other side too. It goes straight down, but it stops halfway. And then we're gonna connect that middle line to those side lines. And there's my cube. We can make another cube by first drawing a square. So I make a horizontal line, I go straight down and straight across. There's my square. Over here on our pyramid, remember we did that short little diagonal line, that slanted line? We're gonna do 3 of those. So down here on the bottom, I make a line and it goes up and out just a little bit. And see how it's pointing off to this corner here? We want all of our lines to point towards that direction, that dot. So I come up here and I do another little short diagonal line that goes towards the dot. And on the other side on the top, I do another little short diagonal line that points towards that dot. And now I can connect them. There's another type of cube. Okay, this last one is really challenging. We're gonna make 2 squares. Square here. And now I'm gonna put another square a little bit on top of that square. So it looks like I have 3 squares because of this one in the middle. We're going to connect all the same corners. So that means this corner right here in the middle, it's the same on this first square as this corner on the second square. So I connect them. Over on this side, this corner on the first square is the same as this corner on the second square. So I connect them. This one down here in the middle, it's the bottom left of our first square. There's the bottom left of our second square. So let's connect them. And now over here, it's the bottom right of the first square, bottom right of that square, and we connect them. If you want to, you could turn your cube into something else. This one looks like it's see-through. I'm gonna make this one into a Rubik's Cube. So on the top, right here on this little section, I'm gonna make 2 lines going down. And I'll do that here, 2 lines going down. And now I wanna make 2 lines that go across. They need to be diagonal, just like the top and the bottom. See how they're slanted? Same thing on this side, but it's gonna go the other direction. And if I wanna do that on top, I'm gonna follow the same lines, going the same direction as the sides of it. And now, kiddos, you can color these in. You can see my Sharpie. It's a good thing you guys did it in pencil. Let's color them in.